Three, two, one.
Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Town of Port Royal, August 12th, 2026 council meeting here at 6:30. We'll call this meeting to order in the Yvonne C. Butler Council Chamber, 700 Paris Avenue. Up first, we've got the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilman Ray, lead us in that, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, invocation, Councilman Ashmore, please.
Would you pray with me, please? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the many blessings of life. And Lord, thank you for the people that you put in our lives. Lord, thank you for this opportunity that you give us to do the business of our town. Lord, give us all wisdom and courage and discernment to make decisions that are pleasing in your sight. These things we ask in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
All right. First, of course, we've always got the minutes, but before we get into the minutes, I want to recognize we've got former Councilman Joe Lee here with us. Good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you, brother. Absolutely, absolutely. Got an empty seat right over here. Find yourself up here, okay. Up first, approval of the minutes from public hearing July 1st, 2026, minutes from the council workshop of July 1st, 2026, and minutes from the council meeting of July 8th, 2026. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Any corrections, deletions? No. Hearing none. All those in favor of the minutes, say aye. All right, the minutes are in the history books. All right, up first, we got a couple proclamations. The very first one here that we've got is the USCB, University of South Carolina, Beaufort Sand Sharks Welcome Week. Dr. Angela D. Simmons. Is Simmons here? Yeah. Come on down. I will read the proclamation first, and let you kind of just, if you could just tell us some of the great things USCB's got planned, and then we'll come down and take a picture with you, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, perfect. Thank you for being here. University of South Carolina Beaufort Sand Sharks Welcome Week Proclamation. Whereas the University of South Carolina Beaufort is a fully accredited, comprehensive baccalaureate institution within the University of South Carolina system, whereas USCB provides specialized instructions in 19 undergraduate degrees and 2 graduate degree programs to fulfill its mission to respond to regional needs, draw upon regional strengths, and prepare graduates to contribute locally, nationally, and internationally. And whereas USCB is a primary resource for exceptionally skilled healthcare professionals, teachers, hospitality managers, science-based researchers, and computational specialists in the South Carolina Low Country. And whereas USCB is a prominent regional catalyst for progress and is an engine for cultural and economic growth. And whereas USCB's regional economic impact is in excess of 1,230 jobs, 63 million in labor income, and 143 million in economic development. And whereas USCB welcomes more than 2,200 students, their parents, and family members and friends to campuses in Bluffton, Beaufort, and on Hilton Head Island, and to athletic facilities in Hardyville for the start of the 2026-2027 academic year. Now therefore, Town Council, Port Royal, South Carolina hereby proclaims the week of August 17th through the 21st, 2026 as USCB Sand Shark Welcome Week. I witness thereof and herewith you sign my hand, cause the seal of Town of Port Royal to be affixed this 12th day of August 2026. Go Sand Sharks.
Thank you. That place sounds awesome. I want to work there.
It is awesome, yes.
Thank you. My name is Angela Simmons, and I serve as the Vice Chancellor for Student Development. And you're stuck with me tonight. Normally, we would send a student to do this, one of our student leaders, but they are all in orientation leader training, our resident assistant training, our student ambassador training, getting ready for our students that move in starting on Saturday. But on behalf of our students and our entire campus community, thank you so much for this proclamation and for the warm welcome to our students here in Beaufort. We appreciate that so very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You know, it's a beautiful campus, and what you guys do over there, the city teachers, like I said, reading off the numbers and the impact. I mean, it's big having that great institution here in the town. Thank you so much.
Thank
So,
you.
Go down there and take a picture with you, that's okay?
Thank you.
Here's to a great year.
Thank you.
2026,
I'm
27.
sorry I have to head out, but.
No, absolutely. Yes, no, you got, the school year has begun. Yeah. Okay, up next, something really cool, the Naval Heritage Skate Park proclamation. We got Jeff here with us. Yeah, Jeff, you want to come up too? That happened, how long, was that, a month ago?
Yeah, that was in June.
In June, yeah. Great job with that. I mean, the Port Royal Skate Park is such a gym and for our kids and families to use. It's open, it's free, anybody can use it. I love seeing people out there. My wife talks about how when she grew up here, her and her brother would, scooter over there and ride their bikes, so that's great. And thank you all for reaching out, partnering with the town to make it shine, because it does, as you would imagine, a skate park takes some dings and some hits, and so thank you all for what you're doing. So, same kind of thing, I'll read this, and then if you got any words you'd like to say, please, absolutely, so, thank you. Okay. A proclamation recognizing the community effort to improve the Naval Heritage Skate Park. Whereas the Naval Heritage Skate Park in the town of Port Royal is an important recreational space for children, families, and residents of the community. And whereas Jeff Althoff took the initiative to bring the community together in support of repairing and improving the Naval Heritage Skate Park. And whereas Jeff's dedication and commitment to the project helped bring together volunteers and community partners who shared a desire to improve this valued public space. And whereas the town of Port Royal extends its special thank you to the Rotary Club of the Low Country, Billy Beckett of Wicked Tile, Rain and Bagels, the Port Royal Police Department, the town of Port Royal Public Works Department, and the families, children, and community members who pitched in to support the effort. And whereas the town of Port Royal recognizes the spirit of community, cooperation, and civic pride demonstrated throughout this collective effort. Now therefore, I, Mayor of the town of Port Royal, on behalf of the town council and the citizens of Port Royal, do hereby recognize and extend our sincere appreciation to Jeff for his leadership, dedication, and commitment to improving the Naval Heritage Skate Park, and to offer a special thank you to all of those who joined him in this community effort.
And Dan, it's my pleasure to come together and bring everybody. It's really a village to put this skate park together, and there were children. Of course, there were all those organizations and people. I think Billy is here tonight. He helped a lot. And our Rotary Club that I am part of joined in, and I would say there was at least 50
It was a
at
big
the
crowd.
last repair day. And we really did put a spit shine on it, and it was fun, and I just want to say thank you.
Absolutely.
I had a question for you. How long have you been involved doing this? When did you first do it, and how did you get involved?
My father-in-law, Joe Lee, was on this council back in the day, and I think, man, we probably did the first one in maybe 2012 or 13, so maybe 15 years.
Wow, thank you.
If you didn't see the video, it was fun.
Good morning. My name's Jeff Althoff. I'm just a community member here at Port Royal. I was asked to organize a repair day here at the skate park. Well, look around. Here it is. The community came together to put it back together. We're repairing the deck. We're fixing the fences. We're painting the park. We're going to clean it up and make it look good again. So much thanks goes to the town of Port Royal. They provided all the materials for us to do all this work. It's a beautiful day here, and we're so thankful for this opportunity.
My name is Jeff Myers. I'm the police chief here in Port Royal. I'm here on a Saturday morning with members of my command staff, volunteers, town administrators, to kind of freshen up the skate park here. Being a police officer here in the community, we see how much the kids and the youth really utilize this. It's being used every single day, all day, especially now in the summer. So when the town administration came and asked us if we would pitch in, do a little painting, do a little cleanup, myself and the officers jumped right in to help because we know what it means to the community. So come on out and use it.
My name is Jaime Torres. I'm with Buford Art Glass. I'm out here volunteering at the skate park today, just trying to help clean it up, fix up the ramps.
Hey guys, I am Mallory and I am part of Rain and Bagels. down on Scott Street in downtown Beaufort. I am out here today giving out free iced coffee and free Razzle Dazzle lemonade to the community in parts with the revamp for the skate park. It's a great idea what they're doing out here, getting the community together to provide a more fun environment for the kids down in Port Royal.
Hey everybody, Mayor Kevin Phillips here, and one of the great things about Port Royal that makes it cool, coastal, and far from ordinary is the really cool skate park that we have here right in the middle of town for everyone to use and open to all. And we just want to give a big thank you to the Rotary Club of the Low Country for organizing this community cleanup day. As you can see behind me, a lot of great families out here painting, filling in some holes. As you can expect, a skate park throughout the years takes some hits, takes some dings, and it's nice when people come together and repair this and make sure that it's in a great shape for all of our kids and all of our families to enjoy. So thank you to everybody for being out here.
We'll come down and get a picture. Anybody that was involved in the cleanup,
Grainger
come on up.
offers
Get in a picture.
professional-grade
Come on, guys.
products, easy ordering, and next-day delivery.
Skate on
Making
down.
them the go-to play for everyone keeping.
Yep, right there in the middle.
This is Dominic and Damien.
Everybody, here we go. Ready in 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it. Cool. Okay. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Thank you.
All right, before we get into the rest, we've got some presentations, and then we'll get into council briefing agendas. I just want to remind everybody, I see we got a lot of people here. If you do want to, we have public comments coming up too. Just make sure you fill out one of the public comment cards. They're on the table right up front. If you do, you can hand it to staff, it'll get it to us. Just want to make sure, if you came here to make the public comment, want to make sure you have that opportunity. So please just get one of those cards to us. So up next, we've got a presentation. Celeste Walls, sickle cell walk. So she got a baby on her that doesn't want to let go. I get it.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Fine, I'm nervous.
It's okay. Thanks for being here.
Good evening. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you this evening. My name is Les Walls, and I am the founder of Dream Chasers Sickle Cell Foundation, a local 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to bringing awareness to sickle cell disease and providing support, resources, advocacy, encouragement to sickle cell warriors and their families. Sickle cell disease affects many families in our community, but unfortunately, it does not always receive the awareness, attention that it deserves. Dream Chasers was created to help change that. Our goal is not only to bring awareness to the disease, but to make sure our warriors and their families know that they have a community standing behind them. This walk is especially important because it gives us the opportunity to bring warriors, families, schools, healthcare organizations, businesses, churches, members of the community together in one place. We are hosting our annual Sickle Cell Awareness Walk September 12th in Port Royal at the Live Oak Park. This walk will begin at 10 o'clock and end at 4 o'clock. With additional activities, entertainment continued throughout the day. The event will include a sickle cell awareness walk along with community and resource vendors, health and education resources, a free kids zone and children activities, which will include bounce houses, games, prizes, family entertainment, and a petting zoo. We will have youth and community performances, local school participation, such as Well Branch Marching Band and Battle Creek Marching Band. we will have live entertainment. At 12 o'clock, we will have a benefit concert, a gospel benefit concert. Most importantly, we will be recognizing and celebrating the sickle cell warriors who attend. We want them to know that this day is about them and their community, sees them, supports them, and stands with them. We are preparing for approximately 150 to 200 workers, in addition to families, vendors, performance, volunteers, and other community members who may attend throughout the day. Because of the expected participation, we are working carefully on logistics to make sure that the event is organized, safe, and respectful of the town of Port Royal and surrounding communities. We are currently working on the plans for security and law enforcement assistance, a safe walking route, traffic and pedestrian safety, vendor participation, entertainment and stage areas, children activity area, restroom accommodations, event setup and breakdown, trash removal and cleanup, along with emergency planning and appropriate insurance and permits. Again, the event will be taking place on September 12th at the Live Oak Park. It will begin at 10 o'clock with the initial walk, followed by the all-day fun. Yes, and we are welcoming you all to come. We would love to see everyone. If you could please pass the word, that'd be awesome.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. I was asked, do you have any,
I do have
flyers
flyers.
and all that? Yeah, if you get that to us, we can use that, put that out to, social media channels and our newsletter as well too, and help you put that out. So yeah, just get us, either staff or Sean over here with SK Design and Marketing. And like I said, yeah, we'd love to put that out. Any questions from?
No, I was just gonna say, what a great way to walk and raise awareness and support the fight against sickle cell anemia or the sickle cell disease. And one thing I'm really excited about is the Battle of the Bands. At our Mardi Gras, we had the Well Branch Band and also the Battery Creek Band, and they put on quite a show.
Yes,
It was a
I'm
good
ready for
time.
it.
So looking forward to having them back in Port Royal.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for everything you do.
Are you an alum of one of those schools?
I am a battery alumni.
Okay, all right. So, we'll go Dolph. Yeah, all right. Well, like I said, please get us some materials. We'll help promote it.
No, I was just saying thank you for what you do. It's definitely a worthy cause, and a few people that have been plagued with sickle cell, and thank you for what you do and bringing awareness to this.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ms. Walls, wish you good luck with that. And again, just let us know what you need and how we can help, okay?
Thank you.
Up next, I don't know if many people saw, we had police department did a photo contest here recently for, kids under 18, I believe, that could submit, had to be, yeah. So, and really cool, we got some submissions, and I think we'll have Chief up here to kind of talk about those. Let's talk about what we got. I thought it was a really cool idea. Port Royal's such a beautiful place, a lot of great things to take pictures of,
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Chief, do you mind grabbing the mic,
Sure.
if you don't mind?
Perfect.
Yeah, just snatch it off.
Evening, everybody. This, couple months ago, Staff Sergeant Shaw came to me with this idea. It's completely his idea. He did everything with it. He picked the winner, so I'm just going to turn everything over to him.
I didn't vote. I was a non-voting member. Yeah, so back in the beginning of June, we're constantly out riding around, as you know, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we see kids out all the time. So I wanted a way to get them engaged in the community, and I figured a photo contest showing us what their summer looked like would be a way to do it. So this is Nolan's submission, and he titled it, "Chilling in Grandma's Pool with a View of the Sands." So Nolan, you want to come up?
We're being shy.
It's all right, buddy.
Go ahead.
And Nicholas.
Come on up.
Come on, Nolan.
We got prizes for you. Nolan, we got gifts for you. You can bring someone with you.
Yeah, of course. Come on, Nolan. Good job. Great job.
And Nicholas submitted his photo, and he titled it, "Summer to me is realizing tadpoles hatched in my pool." So, as promised. You want to give a speech? Okay. We got some prizes for you guys. So I think Chief's got the first one.
coins. These are called challenge coins. You each get one. It's got our patch on one side and the badge on the other. And then Staff Sergeant Shaw's got some more gifts for you. No, don't go anywhere yet.
We're getting more stuff out of here.
So.
Hot off the press, never seen before, first edition Fort Worth Police Department K-9 Unit 6.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Next up, you each get a patch. You each get a shirt, one shirt for you. And then you got another shirt, also limited edition, got Rocky's picture on the back of it.
Very nice.
Big row, Next up, you guys like tacos? You like tacos? Well, our good friends over at Agave gave us $25 gift cards. By one, Nolan, by one vote, Nolan, you get to be a junior detective.
Let's get a picture. Family, if y'all want to give me Nolan too.
Family?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, come on, come on.
Come on, family.
Can mommy come too?
Absolutely.
You should probably be in the photo. No, your sister made it through the presentation. We brought the whole family.
Okay.
All right, everybody ready? Look at me and 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it.
Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing that.
Good job, Nicholas. Good job. Thank y'all.
Good job, buddy.
No, we got a lot going on. Great job. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. That was a great handshake. That was a good handshake. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. Good job.
Good job, buddy.
Chilling and grandma.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. We'll give them, put them out here, and then yeah, they're perfect.
Give everybody a second. Great idea.
Yeah, it's awesome. Real good.
Great job, guys. Okay. Back. Up next, we've got, as always, council briefing.
Yeah, just gonna cover a few things. One, we've been on site again with the installer of the splash pad, discussed the kind of completion of the repairs. I think we've installed the pressure relief valve, another hose bib that we're installing to kind of soften the impact of that. There's a hammering effect that's causing some issues. We're gonna do a test run. They did a test run today on 2 of the features with the fix in place, and it seems to be working fine. We want to do another test with all of the fixtures in place, and if that does pass, then we'll do probably a global bill and then a pour to wrap up that repair. We have withheld the last couple of payments until this work is completed, so that's one thing. The second thing is the Paris Avenue project. Obviously, you probably saw Savannah Parkscape on site. A lot of equipment used to it's all pulled off out of there today so that they can actually get in there and do the work that they're supposed to be doing. We talked about some sort of a temporary road surface so that we can open up a section of it and start work on the other side. but what you'll see is Savannah Hardscape doing a lot of the intricate work over the next 1 week or so. So, September timeline's gonna be a little tough. There's a potential added component to this project. We're revisiting the Harbor Village. There were some improvements that we wanted to do for the parking lot there. They would integrate some pathways, tying the wetlands to that particular piece of property. We're able to work with dual representatives of the property to secure that, so that may have a little bit of an impact on the overall timeline of the project as well. But moving forward, you know how these things go. You get around, you figure out their utility conflicts. You relocate things. I think we have all of the lighting has been ordered and showing up on the 16th. Those are 15 new light fixtures will be replacing those things. So, of course, we'd love to be moving a little bit quicker, but you know, once you open things up, sometimes they don't present as well as they should. We have challenged the contractor to get more labor on site, so we're hoping they'll be responsive to that.
He's ready for the link post too, so we'll be seeing those go up as well.
Great, yeah, you know, I know everybody up here is really excited about that improvement. That streetscape is gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be something, like I said, it's really gonna highlight that the northern part of our downtown village. When you pull into the town, the Cypress Wetlands, those businesses there. I'm glad we were able to work out any issues to kind of tie in Harbor Village and bring some upkeep there, some you know, really kind of beautify that area as well too.
I have to give the mayor some credit for that. He's kind of the liaison with the new operators to help us bridge that gap. We've had some issues previous.
No, thank you. I appreciate y'all being on that. I mean, speaking from a place, I've never done a project like that. I know it's hot, and I know it's hard work, and it's heavy, and it's every day. And, but, you know, like I said, we all drive by it every day, so I appreciate that we're kind of pushing on them, that when we say deadlines, you know, we understand that you know, that's, you know, flexible when things like this happen, but, you know, that still needs to be a priority and things need to be done. So, you know, as close to deadlines as possible, because you're right, there's weather, there's equipment, there's, you know, material supplies and all of that coming in. So I appreciate y'all just kind of staying on our contractors, and that, you know, when we say deadlines out in the public, like, that's important to us, you know, because that is, we want to be good stewards of taxpayer money, whether it's coming from the state or Fort World's budget or the CBDG grants, and so that we're getting those things done. So thank y'all for that.
One more thing, we did put a notification out that Buford Jasper Water is getting ready to do a shutdown, so that way they can move the fire hydrant. All of the businesses, anybody that's affected has been contacted by a contractor or notice, as well as Buford Jasper Water has gone around to knock on doors.
That's tomorrow, 5 to 8, I believe.
Correct.
I've shared that on my Facebook page. I think some others have too, just getting the word out there so everybody knows.
Yeah. And the great thing at the end of this is going to be an amazing, you know, improvement. It's not just a utility piece, it's also a beautification aesthetic. I think it's going to be great. I mean, just the sidewalk that's gone in already looks amazing. So I can only imagine what the whole thing's going to do and what it's going to do to that area, and you know, for our residents that live here, but also the people that visit, the thousands of people that are now visiting Fort World, when they pull in and see that, it's going to be great. So, you know, just gotta tear stuff down before you can build it back. We understand that. So thank you all for just reiterating that importance of deadlines to our contractor friends.
You have questions, I'll answer.
Yeah. I had some stuff on the shrimp dock, but we're talking about that later, so we'll get into that when we get to that part of it. Anything else from you?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Public comments for agenda items. I have some public comments, but they are for non-agenda items. Non-agenda item public comments are at the end of the ordinances. We like to split that up, so if you're speaking on something that we're voting on tonight, you kind of talk about it before we vote on it, and then non-agenda items are after ordinances, first and second reading. So, saying all that, up first is 2026-16, an ordinance annexing to the town of Fort World approximately 0.76 acres of real estate located in Beaufort County, described as Beaufort County Tax District 100, map 31, parcel 1B, located at 132 Castle Rock Road. We've had this in public hearing, we've had this in first reading. I'll entertain a motion. Got a motion from Councilman Owens.
Second.
Got a second from Councilman Guerrero. Any discussion, any comments on this?
No.
Okay, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Up next is the same piece of property, but the zoning for that, 2026-17, an ordinance to zone approximately 0.6 acres of real estate located in the Beaufort County, described as Beaufort County Tax District 100, map 31, parcel 1B, and Beaufort County, South Carolina, to be zoned as T4 Neighborhood Center. Open. I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve, second reading of 2026-17.
We got a motion from Councilman Ashmore. Second from Councilman Owens. Any discussions? And no, this, like I said, with all these all have gone through first readings, planning commissions, received unanimous recommendations.
Yes.
And T4, I can hear you. And T4 Neighborhood Center that's what's around there as well too, yeah, T4.
So any of that pink is T4 Neighborhood Center open, and then to the west is Shadow Moss, which is the neighborhood center, so the open is to be more commercial use near neighborhoods. So.
All right. Any other questions for staff? All right, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All right. Up next, 2026-18, an ordinance annexing to the town of Fort Royal approximately 0.57 acres of real estate located in Beaufort County, described as Beaufort County Tax District 100, map 31C, parcels 15 and 16 located at 3013 Elm Street and 3016 Cherry Boulevard. Again, these have gone through public hearing, first readings. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 2026-18.
Got a motion from Councilman Ashmore and a second from Councilman Guerrero. Any discussion? No? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, aye. Up next is the zoning for those exact same parcels, 2026-19, an ordinance to zone approximately 0.57 acres of real estate located in Beaufort County, described as Beaufort County District 100, map 31C, and parcels 15 and 16 in Beaufort County, South Carolina, to be zoned as T4 Neighborhood Center. Again, if you can tell us a little bit about that zoning.
Yeah, so this is a neighborhood zoning that is largely similar to the remainder of the residential subdivisions these two properties are in. And so all but these two parcels are single-family homes. The remainder of it is in the unincorporated Beaufort County, so we did our best to match that. It just also happened that the parcel to the north that is already in the town is T4 Neighborhood Center as well.
I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Got a motion from Councilman Owens. Can I get a second?
Second.
From Councilman Guerrero. Any comments, questions? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All right, up next, 2026-20, an ordinance to rezone approximately 25.22 acres of real estate described as Beaufort County Tax District 112, map 30, parcel 3A located in Beaufort County, South Carolina, to be rezoned from Planned Unit Development to T4 Neighborhood Center and T4 Neighborhood Center open. Rezone of 33 Savannah Highway and 873 Robert Smalls. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 2026-20.
Got a motion from Councilman Ashmore. Second. Councilman Guerrero with the second. In the discussion phase, I do want to kind of chat on this one for a minute because I have had people ask about, you see a big number, 25.2, are we annexing that many acres into the town? We are not. This is not an annexation of that. Those properties are already in the town of Port Royal, and what we're doing right now is just rezoning those. And the purpose of that rezoning is so that we can apply for this property that's here on the left that I'm looking at to, if everyone remembers, a few years back, Beaufort County, we all voted and it passed by referendum, the $100 million Beaufort County conservation penny, as they were calling it. And so they raised $100 million, and now that money is sitting there, and they are using that to buy pieces of property, take it out of private property ownership, put it into conservatorships, turn it over to the ownership of municipalities. There's a couple different ways and things that they're doing with it. A lot of that money has, so far, it all hasn't been spent, but a lot of it has been spent south of the Broad. And so the town of Port Royal has been working with the property owner of this property right here to try to get that in front of the green penny tax and try to get that approved and hopefully conserve that. We want to, that's basically when you're coming over Broad River Bridge right there, when you step into northern Beaufort County, that's going to be the first thing you see. And As of right now, that is owned by a private property owner. It is zoned, that can be developed, by his, by the property rights and the planning the development, the code that it is in. Hopefully, with this changing of the codes, because we originally went in front of them and they said, it's in a PUD, we can't do it when it's in a PUD, so what we're doing now is to zone it correctly, to take it back in front of the Green Penny Tax Committee. Is that correct, Noah?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the process.
It's the process, and so once we get that back in front of them, hopefully, they will make a full recommendation. And once they do, that recommendation goes to Beaufort County Council. And again, our thought on that is that $100 million was raised all around Beaufort County, and so we would like some of it to be used to conserve properties all over Beaufort County, including Port Royal. So this is what we are working on here. So I just wanted to clarify that. I've had people ask me that. You see big numbers like 25 acres. Again, not an annexation, a rezoning, and a rezoning to hopefully preserve and conserve that, keep it green and keep it beautiful forever and in perpetuity. So that's what we're doing here. When you hear that, just want to try to clarify that.
And I want to mention, Councilman Owens has brought it up before, but between the blue and the green property, right there, there's a family cemetery right in that area there. Pretty big cemetery right in there, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and again, the first step is getting it zoned correctly. Then you get it in front of the committee. Hopefully they give us the positive recommendation. And then it goes in front of county council approves it. And then at that point, we can begin to have discussions about, exactly what does it become a passive park, is it a trail, or you just leave it exactly how it is. But we can't have those conversations until it's, until it's been taken off the property owner's been compensated for it essentially. So, just wanted to clarify that because I think it's important. It's a really good thing that I think the town's kind of behind and pushing that. So, anything you wanted to add? How many times have you been in front of that committee now?
2, and it'll be the 3rd in September.
The 3rd, going back with it, yeah, so, okay. So,
yeah, the only thing I would add is just that the zoning that we have recommended is not an upzone from what it currently is zoned. And that's intentional. The committee would look down on an application that was upzoned before coming to them. And so we've tried to pick a comparable zoning on our current code rather than the planned unit development that exists currently.
absolutely. So you'll be in, so the next meeting is in September in front of the committee?
Yep, I believe. First 2 weeks of September.
Okay, all right, great.
Then to county council.
Well, great. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, we'll get a favorable recommendation out of that, move it over to the county council board, and again, we can just pull this and preserve it, because that was the idea, coming over that bridge, keep that nice and green and beautiful as you pull it into the town of Port Royal, which does reach all the way up to Royal Smalls and Royal River Bridge. So I think I've rambled on enough on that. Anything else anybody wants
No,
to
sir.
add with that? Hearing nothing else, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Great job. Good luck in September. Up next, resolutions. We've got a resolution 2026, a resolution authorizing the town manager to execute any and all necessary documents for the acceptance of certain land described as Gunnard London Square LLC to the town of Port Royal, known as the London Square Wetlands and Alleyway. If kind of give us a little synopsis on that.
If you recall, under council action, we agreed to do this several months ago. Under recommendation of our attorney, he suggested that we pass it via resolution. And if you recall, this was acceptance of the wetlands that was formerly part of Vernon George's property, where the mobile home park was, and the pathway attached to it.
When you say the wetlands, it is a part of that entire system.
It is, but we're working with our consultants to make it more inviting.
Functioning part of the system.
A functioning part of the system to also be kind of a habitat essentially.
Great.
So, and we're getting a contribution from the developer to assist with that work.
It's great. I mean, we talked about great things. The Cypress Wetlands is not just a pretty place. It actually has a very important utility function for the town. The more we can make those reservoirs work together and work properly, the better for everyone. So I think that's great. Anything from council?
No.
Okay. All right. Hearing none, all those in favor of resolution 6, 2026, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Unanimous on the resolution. Up next, council action, putting some people to work. Up first, we have an appointment of the Accommodation Tax Committee appointment. we spoke about earlier, accommodation taxes are collected on all of our accommodations. And once you reach a certain threshold, it is set by state statute. Once you receive more than $50,000 in accommodations tax, you are required to stand up an accommodations tax committee to decide what that money is spent on. And it's defined in the state constitution. It's not just we want to use it for this, use it for that. The majority of it has to go back into marketing, hospitality functions. It's raised off hospitality, and so it has to go back into that and promoting that industry. Of course, recently, what, the past year or two, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we finally crossed that 50,000. Yeah, it's been recent, that 50,000 threshold, and so now we have a accommodations tax committee. We had one person apply for a vacancy, Miss Amelia Morgan. She came before us last week, spoke with her. Having one applicant makes the decision kind of easy. I'll entertain all those in favor of approving Amelia Morgan's application for the accommodation tax committee, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Go to work, good luck. That's a great group, because like I said, it's not a lot of money, but it is good, and the fact that it is defined what that money must be spent on, I think is important.
One way we use that is through our street music.
Yep, exactly, absolutely.
It's a good example of how that money is used. There are other things we do with it, but
That's a good one, yeah.
it's a big hit.
Okay, and up next, the Greater Beaufort Port Royal Convention and Visitor Bureau reappointment, better yet known sometimes as the CVB, as you hear people talk about it. We have a reappointment of Miss Nancy Plank. All those in favor of reappointing Miss Nancy Plank to that position, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It's great, I know she's very excited about
She does a great job.
coming up. She's got her coming up with
Taste of the World.
Taste of the World, that's right.
Busy working on that right now.
So I've been seeing some posts on social media coming out about that, so that's great. Up next is a new position that we are appointing, military installation liaison appointment. The purpose of that being, as you know, if you've been in Port Royal for less than a second, we're a military town in the sense that Paris Island is here, the Naval Hospital is here. A lot of our residents are active duty, they are veterans.
VA will be here.
The Naval Hospital, the VA clinic will be here, AMVETS is here. It's a big military town. It's one of our most, it's a foundation of Port Royal is our connection to the military. And we talked about this, sometimes it can be difficult because the commands at these bases are always changing. It's a 2-year command. Somebody comes in, they take over Paris Island for 2 years, you get to know them, you start to build some rapport with them, they're off to the next mission. Naval Hospital is the same way. They come in, they get the job, they're there for 2 years, you start to build some rapport with them, they're off to the next mission. So, and I'm happy for them and great for them, but we're here in Port Royal and we want to build the best relationship that we can with those military installations. So the military installation liaison, we were like, who do we know that has a really good understanding of the military and has been involved in it for a very long time? And of course, none other than Councilman Guerrero comes to mind. As someone, how many years in the Marine Corps, sir?
24.
24 years, yes, sir. What did you retire out of?
I retired as a sergeant major.
Sergeant major.
Station there.
Absolutely. And I did not know, I didn't grow up in the military, apparently did not know, what that rank meant. But then I went on Paris Island with him one time, and I saw what that rank means. And it is a lot of respect and a lot of honor, and the way that they, especially those recruits, they get out the way. So I was proud to be there with you and to see that and really kind of understand that. So again, that is what we're doing here. It's a brand new position that we want to do, and we're happy that you've stepped into that, and we're excited about that. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, a lot of what the goal of this is to keep us abreast of what's going on with the military installations and their movement, and a lot of us just to communicate what their efforts are and how they're influencing our community as well. Right, a lot of times as military servicemen and women, we make decisions on basis not knowing that it affects communities, and that we won't be blind to that anymore. I'll be in the same room with them making those decisions and granting them our opinion, and seeing what input we can have to that to kind of make us meld better together, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the highest rank of enlisted man, right?
That is.
Well, that's it. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Again, go walk around Paris Island with him, you'll see them get out of his way. And he said, that's right.
Yeah, they try. Won't get away for nothing.
Yeah. All right, anything else from council? Okay, absolutely. Absolutely, going back. Kept his hair cut and everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Kept the same barber.
So, all right, right now I'll entertain a motion that we appoint Councilman, Mayor Pro Tem Guerrero to military installation liaison appointment.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you, sir. Up
Thank you,
next,
sir.
we've got approval, we've got a couple approvals associated with our police department. I didn't know if we wanted to bring any of that up. Do we have that? We can show some of the highlights of that. I'll read over them. We've got the approval of the Low Country Violent Crimes Task Force Memorandum of Understanding between the Federal Bureau of Investigations and the Port Royal Police Department. Approval of Vehicle Maintenance Memorandum of Understanding between Beaufort County Fleet Services Department and the Port Royal Police Department. Approval of the 14th Judicial Circuit Alcohol Enforcement Team Memorandum of Agreement between the New Life Center and the Port Royal Police Department. We got a little presentation on that from Chief last week with those three. From my understanding, the great thing about these is what I read. I love seeing cost to the town zero, and it just really expands the services that we can provide. You know, the first one being our local law enforcement being able to use some of the resources and connect with the FBI for violent crimes task forces. A lot of people don't realize that, but some of the most serious crimes, when you see those big drug busts around here, when you see those come up, that's not usually someone living in a Port Royal apartment. That's someone that's working with some kind of organization, some kind of something that is, again, organized. And so this way our police department can tap into those resources that the FBI is using for those, you know, those violent crime task force, which is great. Up next is a maintenance memorandum with Beaufort County, for Beaufort County to be able to maintain our vehicles. We're happy to work with them on that. Last, approval of the 14th Judicial Circuit Alcohol Enforcement Team Memorandum of Agreement between New Life Center and the Port Royal Police Department. Again, just allows us to work better with more agencies around town and provide better services to run better, you know, for the town. I mean, we talk about it all the time. First priority of municipality and a government is to, you know, protect life, protect property, and then we really can't do anything else without that if people aren't safe. So we're always looking for ways to do that better. Up next, I will entertain a motion that we, do we need motions or are these just full?
Can I wrap them all in one?
I think we should do them individually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll do motions on it.
Is it chief, the chief is here, is there anything you wanna add?
No, the mayor nailed it on the head. It basically just gives us more opportunity with the FBI, more resources, more information sharing at zero cost to us. The AET, that's just a new one every year that we renew. It allows us to apply for it, and we've always received grant money for things like DUI checkpoints, safety checkpoints, underage alcohol enforcement, things like that. And the third one with the county, that just gives us another opportunity to shop for prices for the best deals on deals of maintenance.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right, we'll go through them one by one. I'll entertain a motion that we approve the approval of the Low Country Violent Crimes Task Force Memorandum of Understanding between the Federal Bureau of Investigations and the Port Royal Police Department.
So moved.
Got a motion from Councilman Guerrero.
Second.
A second from Councilman Ashmore. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're working with the feds now. I've got I'll entertain a motion that we approve the Vehicle Maintenance Memorandum of Agreement between Beaufort County Fleet Services Department and the Port Royal Police Department.
Now, this is on Shanklin Road, correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
I move that we approve item C.
We've got a motion from Councilman Owens.
Second.
A second from Councilman Ashmore. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Up next, I've got an approval of the 14th Judicial Circuit Alcohol Enforcement Memorandum of Agreement between the New Life Center and the Port Royal Police Department. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion for the approval of 14th Judicial AET MOA between New Life Center and PRPD.
Okay, we got a motion from Councilman Ashmore, second from Councilman Owens. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Next, speaking of wetlands.
Get her done,
Yeah.
chief.
That's great, thank you, Chief. Speaking of wetlands, we've got approval of contractor for the Cypress Wetlands Pathway Project Phase 2. I know we've got the chair of the Friends of the Cypress Wetlands. Anything you wanted to let us know about the project? I mean, you covered it pretty well last
No,
week.
sir, we're starting Monday.
Nice. I love it.
Good.
I love it.
In anticipation of your approval.
Absolutely. Just throw a curveball at it. Roll down. Frontier Concrete and Masonry.
Good night. Yeah, you need approval of the selection of the contractor, and the contract amount is $135,472. Frontier Concrete and Masonry, LLC.
Okay. I will entertain a motion, the approval of contractor Frontier Concrete and Masonry.
I make a motion to approve Frontier Concrete and Masonry for the project at Port Royal Cypress Wetlands Pathway Replacement Phase 2.
Got a motion from Councilman Ashmore.
Second.
Second from Councilman Guerrero. Any comments or discussion from council? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, up next, approval of proposal to draft a request. A proposal to draft a request for proposal for the construction of the shrimp dock.
Construction of what?
The shrimp docks.
Shrimp docks.
Absolutely. I think there's a picture of it, remember? So, so right now, we wanted to spend some time to talk about this before we get into the approval of this proposal. And I'll say a few words, kick it to council, and then let staff fill in too. So, as you know, the shrimp docks are historic to the town of Port Royal. That industry, that culture is something that we all love and we want to cherish and preserve. And, you know, unfortunately, saltwater can be unforgiving. And so those original dock, the one you see in that picture, was not doing so well. They told us the only thing holding it up was literally the boats. So we got in and we figured, well, you know, if we want to, you know, protect something, you need to preserve it. And so it was torn down. I remember when that happened, a lot of people said, oh, it'll never come back, it'll never come back. You know, they just tore it down. And again, we knew that that was never gonna be the case. And so we've gone out and secured funding from the state for this. We put money in from the town of Port Royal for this, as it is something very important to us. And I'm really excited for what we've done to it, because not only does it preserve Port Royal's past, it really adds a new kind of element to the future. And so here is the design, and we finally, it took a while, well, a little history lesson. At first, you know, that lot G, the dirt right there between Shellring and Fish Camp was owned by Shellring, and part of the, was owned by Safe Harbor, and part of the deal when they bought that from Gragos. We could not move forward with the permitting of the dock until the town took ownership of that lot. So we spent a year, if you remember, in negotiations with Safe Harbor. Councilman Ashmore and I went to mediations with them, back and forth. And a part of that settlement agreement that we finalized last year was the town taking ownership of Lot G. Once the town took ownership of that Lot G, now we could go out and get those permits. That's a long process to build something like this, a shrimp dock back. So it takes a while, so we submitted permits to the Army Corps of Engineers, and DHEC at the time, which has since turned into the Department of Environmental Services. Just recently, we finally got those permits back, and now we're at the point of the process of issuing the bid for a contractor. We will see when those contracts come back. That will tell us what timeframes are, what costs will be. We'll get that information just like the wetlands, when they were, you know, getting bids, just like we were doing with the Paris Avenue bids. Once those bids come back, we'll know more about, again, what a timeline looks like. You know, have you ever built a shrimp dock back before?
Parts of one.
Parts of one, I got you. So this will be the first time building it back from scratch. So we'll see what the contractors say and what they say, what they need, what they estimate on a timeline, what they estimate on a cost. But it's really exciting. And again, if you look at it, it builds back the traditional shrimp dock exactly as it was, pretty much right there, same size, going in front of Fish Camp, in front of Fish Camp's dock. What we've added this time is, you look over here, this public element. Pedestrian platforms over here on the side. People can come down that, watch, you know, fish, look at sunsets. It's a beautiful sunset over there. And over here, we've also got now a day dock for people to use, 122 feet. So now people can come in, and we always talked about, I got a lot of friends, they get on their boats, they go over to Skull Creek, they go to Hilton Head, and now we wanted to make that kind of a two-way street. And people can now come and, now there is the day dock at Fish Camp. Now there will be also more day dock for people to come and dock right there. And combine those historical elements of Port Royal with the shrimp docks, the commercial, the fishing, but then also kind of, something new for the town of Port Royal and its residents and its people, and that is that DADOC access, those pedestrian platforms. So, really excited about it. I just want to thank the staff for staying on it, getting that done, dealing with the Corps of Engineers, Department of Environmental Services. Those federal bureaucracies are not easy to deal with, and so thank you all for that. Again, I don't mind rambling, I'll turn it over to you, anything from council.
I just gonna say Port Royal supports our shrimpers, we support the maritime industry, and that's iconic, and it's an iconic part of who we are, and it's part of our community's heritage. So we're proud to see this moving forward.
Yeah, it's exciting. Anything else from council? Cool. All right. Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for the approval of proposal to draft a request for proposal for the construction of the shrimp docks.
I make a motion for the approval of proposal to draft a request for the proposal for the construction of the Port Royal shrimp docks.
Absolutely. That was a motion from Councilman Ashmore.
Second.
Second from Councilman Guerrero. And, we learned in this, the proposal will be quite extensive, right? I mean, when you're dealing with that, there's a lot of environmental concerns. To meet the requirements of DHEC and the Corps of Engineers was extensive. And so it's going to, it's gonna take a special kind of contractor, I think, to meet all those requirements and bring that back. And again, once we bring that back, will we be the only or the only one of two public shrimp docks in the state of South Carolina?
Maybe, I know obviously Mount Pleasant,
Collinville?
who did it after us.
Right.
Yeah.
And McClellanville.
Okay. So top three.
Okay.
Demand local shrimp.
Perfect, absolutely. So, looking forward to that. Okay. Got a motion, got a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, moving forward on the shrimp docks. Up next, important dates. Van, if you would like.
All right, Monday, August 17th, Wardle Family YMCA blood drive, not the food drive, from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Tuesday, August 18th, 5th anniversary celebration of marker dedication at St. Helena on Paris Island, 11 a.m. Wednesday, August 19th, Chillwood's Chief Ice Cream Social at John Parker Casablanca Park, 5:30 p.m. Thursday, August 20th, Chamber of Commerce Legislative Reception at Bridges Prep at 4:30 p.m. Saturday, August 22nd, Street Music on Paris Avenue with Chris Beard. And Monday, August 24th, Planning Commission meeting at 5 p.m.
Anything else?
Nothing.
I have one thing, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Between now and September 12th, we're collecting, in conjunction with Marine Corps Community Services, Marine Corps Family Team Building, and Marine Corps Crew Depot, Paris Island. We're a collection point here at 820A Paris Avenue is our real estate office for ERA Wilder. For Operation Ball Gown 2026. This event, what it does is it collects from the local community gowns that have been donated by people so they can then make them available free for spouses so they can enjoy throughout the Marine Corps birthday ball season. So Marine Corps birthday ball season starts like August, depends on deployments and all that stuff, and some of them go as late into January. So they create this awesome event in September. It's like a say yes to the dress thing. It's like a whole party they throw for them. It's pretty intricate stuff. So anybody who's got extra ball gowns hanging around, bring them to, call me. My number is on the Port Royal website under City Leaders, and I'll come pick it up from you. I gotta have all those back in by September 12th in order to get them dry cleaned and ready for the party.
Awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Good stuff.
I'll add one on the 15th, this Saturday, is the STEM Festival out at the Maritime Center, which is in the town of Port Royal. It's a great event. If you've got young ones that go out there, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. They do a lot of hands-on activities with robotics, with nature. It's very hands-on, fun time. Like I said, if you've got young ones that are interested in that type of stuff, go out there and check it out this Saturday. And again, it's free, it's open to the public, and again, if you got kids, they'll love it. I've gone with my nephew, and he runs around and gets his hands dirty, and he gets to play with robots, and it's a lot of fun. So, just wanted to add that one on there for the coming up this Saturday. People don't know that, we let them all know all the time. Port Royal Sound Maritime Center is in the town of Port Royal, so make sure you visit it. All right, any more dates, anyone like that? Okay, hearing none, I do have two public comments here for non-agenda items. Up first, I've got Mrs. Karen Satori. You could please, and just come on down. Also, just let everybody know, we try to keep comments to 3 minutes, and it'll be, but thank you for coming.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Council members. So I'm here tonight regarding the new construction that has begun on the lot located at the corner of 12th Street in Madrid. My understanding, based on the plans that were communicated by the town back in May, was that the driveway for serving the proposed home site on 12th Street, with frontage on 12th Street, would access the property from 12th Street. There's an updated plot plan now that is available, and it appears to have been modified. The driveway's been moved from Madrid. The driveway has been moved to Madrid, behind the home now. And the front of the home on 12th Street appears to extend 3 to 4 feet into the right-of-way, which necessitated the removal of our brick sidewalk. The updated plan also appears to show no front setback along 12th Street. So I'd like to further understand the revision process and if the changes were formally reviewed and approved by the town. And if so, on behalf of myself and several of my other neighbors who have come out tonight and those who couldn't, we'd like to request a meeting with the appropriate town representatives. I don't know who that is, but y'all do. And review the updated plan, understand how the changes were evaluated and approved, and discuss the impact of the existing sidewalk in our neighborhood. We'd be grateful for the opportunity to have that conversation before any further irreversible changes are made to the sidewalk, to the right-of-way, and the overall home site. So that's just my request.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, and I believe that can be set up, so, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, up next.
I'll set that up for
Planning.
Okay. You know how to reach her?
Karen, yes. Reach out to Karen.
Thank you.
And then up next, we've got Mr. Ben Leitzel. Fort Royal Mile.
Fort Royal Mile. Hi, I'm Ben Leitzel from the Historic Fort Royal Foundation. I just wanted to remind everyone that on Saturday evening, the 12th of September, HPRF will be conducting a 1-mile race in town. We want to get the word out today because by Friday, if you want to sign up and get a t-shirt, that's the cutoff on the t-shirts. You can sign up for the race all the way up to a half an hour before the race starts.
This Friday is the t-shirt cutoff?
This Friday, the 14th, is a t-shirt cutoff, if you want that. We appreciate all our sponsors. We really appreciate the town of Fort Royal for backing us up on this. And we think it's gonna be a great event. If you help me get the word out.
Yes, sir.
The website for registration is called runsignup.com, and then just look for Port Royal Mile. It'll pop up. It'll have all the information you need. We also have a dedicated Facebook page, Port Royal Mile. Once again, runsignup.com. Just look for Port Royal Mile, type that in when you're looking for it. Facebook, Port Royal Mile. You should be able to find everything you need to know about it, and if not, just put comments in, and I'll get right back to you. We'll also be looking for some volunteers on the streets and some for sign up, but I know this town supports us every time. So once again, thank you. It'll be a fantastic event.
And thank you, you sent that information over. I think we could get something out quickly and say.
We did.
It's up.
Your shirt.
It's up.
Yeah, we did, and we used that as soon as it popped up, because that's all that deadline.
Get your shirt, get your shirt.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that thing's up and running, Ben, on the town's Facebook page already. That's Catherine went there earlier when we were at Windhorse. I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, she's like, I'm signing this up for the Fort Royal Mile, because the shirt deadline was coming up. So.
Thanks for reiterating that.
Yeah, thanks also.
Okay, that was the two public comments that I had. Thank you all for coming. The comment up next is council comments. I will start on my right, Councilman Guerrero.
I have nothing this week, Mayor. I appreciate it, man. It's great to have the band back together. I always miss Mary Beth, but, street music was great to kick off again. And I tell you, I went up there and I had to kind of welcome everybody, and I can appreciate what you do up there every time you go up there, because it is breathtaking. I was looking at Scott, I'm like, I was pausing, it's a lot to take in when you see the community come together like that for something so cool, you know, and it's just, I mean, I was floored just being up there and how cool it was, man, so, you know, don't ever count the rain out, but, you know, we like to party outside of Port Royal. We're gonna take every opportunity to make that thing stay outside, so we appreciate everybody making the trek back from wherever they were. Send you guys that picture, about 7 minutes before I was on stage, and it was like 17 of us, so it was gonna be a good concert for 17 of us, so, yeah, I appreciate that opportunity, but, no, it's good to have the band, most of us back together again.
Like I said, it's street music on Paris, so thank you for holding it down.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Councilman O.
Thank you for representing. Thank you all.
You good?
I'm good, great meeting,
Yeah, absolutely.
covered a lot of good things.
Mayor, I'm sorry, I would
Go
be
ahead.
remiss, Scott, I meant to say this earlier to you, man. Weeks like this week, where we have I mean, there was a lot of stuff going over, there was a lot of reading in our packets. The way you put that proposal together, dude, with the how you guys graded it all out, you have, I know you do, because you've been in executive level positions. When you get information that you can just make a decision on, I mean, you don't understand how appreciative we are of that, man. Thank you so much for that. It makes the process so much easier for us understanding. Everybody you put on the team did their diligence. I appreciate that, man, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention that, but thank you for that, because there was a lot of reading that was done this week, and man, I appreciate that so much. Thank you for that. Thanks, Mayor.
Of course. Thank you all. I will say just a couple things for public comment. Thank you to our citizens for showing up in the public comments again. We need to know, we don't know what we don't know. And so thank you all for being here, and of course, I encourage anyone, this council, I'm not saying anything that we haven't said 1,000 times. We try to be very accessible. You can get a hold of all of us. If you don't see us around town, our cell phones are out there, trust me, I know. And so, we're on social media, so please reach out to us. I mean, we wanna always try and help people understand the decisions that are being made, how they were made, and why they were made, and what's going on. And again, this is not our town, it's your town. It's our town. And so we are up here, but we wanna work with everybody. So please let us know, give us a call, and let's work together, on things. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate that so much. Up next, I just wanted to say too, kind of in that same vein, I saw a lot of comments online, the past couple of days about, you know, we had some big box stores closed, Rosie's closed, not Rosie's, not the Irish Club, Roses, and then West Marine, yes. They closed as well too, and you saw some comments, people saying, oh, it would be great to have this, it would be great to have that, and those things. And I love seeing that, and I love hearing those comments, and I just want to say to anybody out there, again, I'm speaking for myself, I don't think I'm saying anything that this council wouldn't agree on, is that, you know, we all see Port Royal as a quaint, as a small community, as a cool coastal, far from ordinary community. As we continue to grow in the fastest growing state in the United States and the fastest growing region within that state, we always are looking for ways to, what can we do to benefit the town that still holds on to as much of that as possible. And so when I see ideas out there about some, you know, family events or centers that cater towards families and kids, love that idea. Want as much of that as possible. So if you have those ideas, if you have those, you know, investors, if you have those business plans, if you have those people that want to do those things, please connect us with those. The town can work with those people and see what we can do, how we can incentivize that, how we can promote those things, because absolutely, we want as many, you know, we have a lot of great things for families to do, as far as like our outside activities. I always said, you know, we've got the boardwalk, the causeway that can get you to the sands that anybody can go to, the Cypress Wetlands, splash pad, which is gonna be up soon, parks. So we're always wanting to provide as much enjoyable time for people, all ages, people with families, and also while we still hold on to that community feel. So again, I just wanted to say that because people kind of say, well, what if we put this here? What if we put that here? Great, that's awesome. Bring us a plan. Let's talk, let's get in a room and figure out what the town can do. So I'm kind of saying that not to everybody in here, but everybody out there. So if you, again, got ideas, come talk to us. Let's see what
Chick-fil-A and Hardee's.
Huh?
Chick-fil-A and Hardee's.
You got an investor? Yeah, that's it. We gotta connect the dots. But yeah, just wanted to say that.
Mention a little bit about what's going on with Sea Island Apartments.
Oh yeah, so that was exciting. So Sea Island Apartments, we all know, those have been there for quite a while. I love some of the comments that were like, my grandfather was born in, but, so those are being demolished. If you've seen, there's been guys over in like hazmat suits tearing out some of that stuff, because again, it was built a very long time ago. They were using, you know, chemicals that they won't allow you to use anymore. So there's guys in there ripping that stuff out. And the contractor that has bought that property and has won the bid for the VA clinic, which we are again excited to have, a military town. A lot of our military veterans have to go to Savannah, have to go to Charleston. Now they will be able to get services right here in the town of Port Royal. As I joked, it was cool, you could go from Laurel Bay, ride your bike if you're a military veteran to the VA clinic, you know, and then take it right over across the street into the town of Port Royal. We're excited about that, but we really thought it was a great show of partnership from that contractor, that they said, yeah, well, we're gonna tear these buildings down, but before you do that, you guys wanna play in them? And so they reached out and they let, our first responders are gonna use those for drills, training. They're gonna have a good time out there, I think. I mean, it'll be fun to kind of have some stuff that you can really tear up and not worry about it, right? So,
Chief Hopkins, is there anything you wanna add to that?
No, you know, I think the company will allow us to use those. And, you know, this day and time, there's a lot of legal issues, so we got to get waivers signed, we got to get attorneys to bless everything and make sure everybody's safe, and there's no liability on them, so thank them for taking that extra step, because it's much easier for them just to tear it down and not deal with us.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever done anything like this?
We have, but it's usually been homes, so not this large of a facility.
a facility with like 20 buildings
Right.
on it, you can run around.
And they're one story, so they're good, easy for us to access the roof, cut holes in the roof, we can go inside, cut holes in the walls, and do the stuff our guys love to do.
Yeah.
And not be in a critical emergency at the time, you know, they can take their time, enjoy it, and learn from it.
It's like
Awesome. I think that's
it's
great.
like a demolition playground for you guys. Well, you guys have fun and be safe.
Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, because again, that was a great show of partnership, you know, hey, we're gonna tear these buildings down, you guys have your way with them, so, thanks for mentioning that. That's kind of it, any from comments, anything else from council?
No, sir.
Okay, up next, we do have an executive session plan for legal advice on a potential service use fee that, we will have our esteemed attorney here, that will, we will get our money's worth up, so.
Make a motion to go into executive session to seek legal advice.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all for
All right, we just heard.
Sorry.
All right, we're just coming out of executive session, for the purposes of legal advice on potential service user fees. I'll entertain a motion to get out of executive session. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, we're back. At this time, any action items for staff out of our executive session?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the town manager to enter into an agreement with a fee consultant to prepare a report not to exceed $30,000 for a heavy user fee.
Any discussions, comments?
None.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, everybody good?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
We are at the end of the meeting. It's been a real time. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.